Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino Ranks every Bugsnax and Bugsnax from worst to best. Bugsnax is a game about Bugsnax, where you try and catch a bunch of Bugsnax, which are bugs that are also snacks, and it's actually a game I really like and I platinumed it, but do any of the Bugsnax look legitimately tasty? I'm a picky eater and I don't tend to like my food associated with disgusting bugs, but in a hypothetically zero-stakes situation, I can make some judgment calls. This ranking will judge the Bugsnax specifically based on their potential taste factor, and there are 100 of these things and I'm torturing myself. I'd tell you to snack on this video, but it's a 10-course meal, so put your bib on and let's eat! Number 100, Greater and Lesser Kokomite. If you watched my Animal Crossing fruit ranking video, you know I went off on coconuts. Just the raw nerve to be that well protected for the nasty trash inside of them, and in the case of these Bugsnax, if you look at them, there isn't even anything inside. You're just eating half of a hard, furry shell. Greater and Lesser makes no difference. They're identically horrendous. Oh damn, the greater one has 2 straws, so we can suck twice as much. Number 98, Pinkle. If you eat pickles, you eat poop. That's the long and short of it. Pickles are the turds of the grocery store, and they're green, which is healthy for produce, but very unhealthy for poop. And they are more poop than produce, so do the math. If you came to Snacktooth Island to eat pickles, you must be a psycho. Number 97, Scorpeno and Scorpepper. Neither of these is better than the other, but at least Scorpepper has the decency to be invisible, which lessens the chance of anyone mistakenly thinking it's a good idea to eat it. Number 95, It's sparkling water. Who in God's name would put this in their mouth, can and all, and think it was a tasty snack? Why does it have 4 straws? You will never in your life gather that many people in the same room who are all chomping at the bit to eat a sparkling water snack. Damn, where's the bathroom faucet snack? Show me a tap water insect. I'm gonna start licking my lips. Number 94, Green and Black Lolive. They're olives. Number 92, Green and Ruby Peel Bug. There are 4 different colored peel bugs in this game of varying potential taste. The green and ruby ones are equally gross. Green is lime, and the only reason I could see you wanting to suck on a lime is with salt and a shot of whiskey like a wannabe functioning alcoholic. IDK if this ruby peel bug is supposed to be a blood orange or a grapefruit or what, but it is entirely unappealing and I'd rather eat a real orange covered in real blood. Number 90, Pinantula. If you thought pineapple slices were gross, try eating a whole-ass pineapple that's also been made to look like a tarantula. Ooh, line is probably out the door for that. People walk in at 8 a.m. like, oh, you guys are out of Pinantula already? They're like, yeah, people are gross. Number 89, Baja Cockroach. What if you put seafood in the worst taco shell and made it skitter along the beach getting sand all up in its business? Even Taco Bell wouldn't put this on the menu. Number 88, Queeble and Golden Queeble. It follows things that it likes and nudges them with its spoon. Me too. I've never tasted a kiwi or apparently even seen one in real life before because IDK what the brown stuff around it is, but at least it conveniently comes with a spoon so you can bend it back and fling it into the garbage can. If I wanted to eat kiwis, I'd visit a New Zealand brothel, and painting them gold does nothing for me. Number 86, Fruity Snack Pod. A bag of dried fruit. I don't believe this rank requires an explanation. Number 85, Nutty Snack Pod. A bag of nuts. I hate nuts. I'm not allergic, but I wish I was, so people would keep them further away from me, and then if I ever had the misfortune of encountering some, I could conveniently close my airways and lose consciousness. Number 84, White Roodle. I don't trust pale things. I know that sounds weird coming from sunburned albino, but in my experience, white versions of food are worse than the regular ones, and I've never even heard of a white carrot unless this is supposed to be a turnip whose gym membership is paying off. Number 83, Puffy Snack Pod. I couldn't even tell you what kind of stuff is supposed to be in here, but I can taste it by looking at it and I'm gagging internally. Number 82, Egg Roll. The box looks more appetizing than what's inside it, and Bugsnax are an all-or-nothing deal, so you're gonna be chewing on some container material if you want to get at the bland, flavorless meat inside it. Number 81, Stoodler. Stew has always struck me as the thing you make when all the other things you tried to make didn't pan out and now you need somewhere to put them. It's just a mixture of failure and expiration. It doesn't look unpleasant, it looks like what someone leaves behind after they eat something unpleasant. Number 80, Flutter Jam. Jelly is disgusting, I'll say it. If it was just 2 pieces of untouched bread flying around that still needed to be splashed with peanut butter to catch, this thing would be in the top 20 easy. Peanut butter sandwiches are terrific. You want to add jelly to that? Why don't you just smear congealed uterine lining on it and achieve the same effect? Yeah, can I have the peanut butter and afterbirth sandwich please? On rye, thank you. Number 79, Sweet Frieder. Sweet potato fries? Ew. I don't want sweetness to be a taste factor in any meal that fries would be attending. You eat fries with meat, barbecue, grilled stuff, those things don't need a sweetener on the side, it's unholy. Number 78, cheery. I mean, it's literally just a cherry with a spring in its step. Cherries are that thing that comes with your sundae that you eat when your mouth is the only place to put it. I don't like to feel obligated to eat something just because of how small and inconsequential it is. I'm a man. I will not be bossed around by a small fruit. Number 77, grumpy snack pod. These seem to be basically gummy bears, and I seem to be basically put off by it. I don't know how Lizbert was supposedly the only one who could catch Bugsnax when these things are just attached to trees and walls and don't move. The people of this town must be truly hopeless. Number 76, Spuddy and Loaded Spuddy. Foil. Did you guess that I also don't like baked potatoes, especially with whipped cream on them, like the Loaded Spuddy? Jesus Christ, who would ever? Like, yeah, can I get some ranch dressing on my steak too? Oh, and my root beer could use some extra honey. Number 74, Orange Peel Bug. I don't like oranges, but at least the orange peel bug is pretty much just the fruit that it is. No tricks up its sleeve, just good honest advertising. It says, I am an orange, and if you don't like it, I will not convince you. Didn't convince me either. Number 73, White Cheepoof. White carrots, white chocolate, white cheese, white variations just ruin food, and I say that as a white person who's a bit of a snack myself. Also, this is clearly yellow. Dishonest advertising. Number 72, Honeybee. It's just honey on a stick. I'd partake, but I'm not Winnie the Pooh. Number 71, Instabug. Instabug is a great commentary on this generation of little social media darlings. They cover themselves in glitter, live in front of the camera, and eventually get snatched up by predators. Instabug is made up of fake dessert, a macaron, 2 donut holes, and a cupcake. The cupcake is alright, but the glitziness is off-putting, and there are literally a dozen better dessert Bugsnax on this list. Number 70, Raspy and Black Raspy. It's a Strabby, I don't care. The regular Raspy is identical to Strabby, and the Black Raspy is only different because it grew up in a bad neighborhood. These two Raspies might have different music tastes, but as far as my taste goes, you both leave much to be desired. Number 68, Shy Weenie Worm. I want you to look at this bright green diarrhea and tell me that's supposed to be lettuce. It looks like ectoplasm. This weenie worm is disgusting because A, it has mustard on it, B, there's a pickle, C, it's a sesame seed bun or whatever those black dots are, and D, there's no ketchup. This hot dog does everything wrong. Number 67, White Strabby. Alright, I gotta be careful here. If I go on one more rant about whiteness, I might become a best-selling author. Number 66, Flamin' Cheepoof. My mouth can't handle spicy foods. If I eat one flamin' hot Cheeto, I need half a glass of milk just to avoid disintegrating, which is a shame because I like hot links, like spicy sausages, I like the taste, but every bite makes me clear out the dairy aisle. It's unsustainable. Number 65, Red Banopper. Whoever heard of a red banana peel? The banana itself is still normal color, but the red skin makes me suspicious. Like, what have you been through to get here? I'll stick to what I know. Number 64, Pop Tick. One of the most annoying Bugsnax to catch. Pop Ticks are popcorn and that's it. Just a single kernel of popcorn. Hey Phil, are you hungry? Nah man, I had a popcorn. Number 63, Crystal Sweetie Fly. I don't have the slightest idea, but it looks like something you give your 8-year-old daughter after you tell her she has leukemia. Number 62, Cheeser. You like cheese? Here's cheese. I don't in this context, so no thanks. Number 61, Melty Snack Pod. This snack pod melts in my mouth just like yo mama. Number 60, Mama Melon. Speaking of yo mama, Mama Melon is just too much watermelon, and its face and legs creep me out. They're all wrinkly and gross. I'd much rather just pop its bite-sized children into my mouth while it looks on in horror. Number 59, Tropica Bug. I had to look up the fact that there's actually a real salad that involves onions, cooked pineapple, and shrimp because that sounds like a Hawaiian nightmare. I don't mind shrimp, especially in sushi, but this particular threesome seems deeply unsatisfying. Number 58, Caramel Pop Tick. I like how the regular Pop Tick is 100 calories, but when you put a little caramel in it, it jumps to over 10,000. Great snack if you feel like gaining 20 pounds. Number 57, Shishka Bug. Mushrooms, tomatoes, and whatever this meat is. Get rid of the mushroom, throw out the tomato, replace it with 2 more instances of whatever this meat is, you'd have yourself a fine shish kebab. But since you didn't do that, 2/3 of this snack is yucky, so no thanks. Number 56, Roodle. Carrots are good for you, and they're not bad. I eat carrots sometimes. We're officially into the tolerable section of Bugsnax. There were 44 I wouldn't eat. Everything beyond here is something I would at least try. Number 55, Cheepoof. I mean, I wouldn't try this. I don't like Cheetos. The cheese powder gets all over your fingers, and then you leave behind extra evidence at crime scenes. I've had to move 3 states because of it. Number 54, Lovely Sweetie Fly. Plot twist, this is actually one of the least lovely types of sweetie fly. It's heart-shaped, which means it probably tastes like divorce. It looks like something your 8-year-old daughter would weekly reach for in a doctor's office after a particularly nasty round of radiation therapy for her leukemia. Number 53, Yellow Peel Bug. Damn, there's something different about this orange. Squeeze it and make lemonade and it would probably be pretty nice, or you could just use it to help flavor your vodka. Number 52, Crispy Snack Pod. One of the least offensive snack pods. Who doesn't like potato chips? I mean, I think they're okay. I'd rather eat Doritos or like a steak. 51, Buffalocust. Never been much of a fan of buffalo wings. Probably because buffaloes don't have wings, so what are you actually feeding me? There's no way this thing can actually fly. Its wings look like frog's legs. I feel like we should be dissecting this in science class. Number 50, Cob Hopper. Smack dab in the middle of the ranking, Cob Hopper is corn on the cob, which is a relatively acceptable food time, but annoying to eat because you can't just chew through it, and all the pieces get stuck in your teeth, and then it doesn't even feel good when you put the rest of it in your butt because it's all jagged. Number 49, Wee Melon. I mean, you can easily just pop this thing in your mouth without thinking twice. It probably tastes pretty good. There are definitely more substantial and better things to eat, though. Number 48, Strabby. The mascot of Bugsnax barely cracks the upper 50% of taste quality because strawberries are a mediocre fruit, and if you put them on dessert items, you're a weirdo. Strawberry shortcake is good without the strawberry. Just keep fruit and pastries separate as a rule. Number 47, Grape Skeeto and Green Grape Skeeto. I like grapes, either color as long as they're seedless. I don't think I'd be a fan of a mosquito that was a grape. The association puts me off, because it's a mosquito with a great body. And you're like, okay, but what's in that? Because I know what mosquitoes are usually sucking up, and it ain't grape juice. But if you feel like contracting malaria, then be my guest. Number 45, Dr. Sody. We all know which soda this is supposed to be. The developers think they're cleverly skirting copyright infringement, but I don't think the people who make Mr. Pibb will be too pleased about this. Haha, subverted your expectations. I am technically factually hilarious. Dr. Pepper is a meh soda. It's too sharp for how much it lacks flavor. I'm a root beer man, and my favorite root beer is Barq's root beer. It's good since 1898. Please sponsor me. If you do, I'll personally ask the devs to make you a Sody and Bugsnax 2, a sequel they should definitely make because this first one was delightful. Number 44, Twisty Snack Pod. I'll be upfront with you people. I almost never eat snacks. I'm a meal man. I eat lunch and dinner because I wake up too late for breakfast and I don't get hungry between those destinations. That said, if someone offers me a pretzel, I'll eat it. It's salty sticks, sign me up. I love salt. Cut up a line of it on a table and I'll snort it like cocaine. Salty foods are the best foods, just ask my kidneys. Number 43 is Sweetie Fly. We're getting into the solid Sweetie Flies now. This one's just a basic cherry sucker, but that's good enough for me. This looks like something you offer your 8-year-old daughter in her hospital bed as a last little treat before she finally succumbs to her losing battle with leukemia. Number 42, Sprinkle Pete. I'm gonna lose a lot of subscribers for this. Not my leukemia bit, that's harmless, but what I'm about to say is definitely gonna trigger a lot of people. I'm not a big fan of donuts. I like a good chocolate glaze, but that's really it. This donut has sprinkles on it, which is like, why? Why do you put debris on your donut? This is colorful rubble. It's still a donut, which means it hits the benchmark for a lot of people, and I am factoring some objective taste into this ranking, even outside my own preferences, so Sprinkle Pete gets to be number 42. Number 41, Pale Toss. Fruit popsicle? Yes. Number 40, Pale Toss Grande. It's like a Pale Toss, but grande. Number 39, Cockroach. You know, I've tried for years, but even after all my experiences at restaurants and fast food places, I still just can't seem to enjoy a Mexican food. I don't know how a culture can grow up eating this stuff and not have massive gastrointestinal damage. My ass after a couple tacos is like a tuba solo in a symphony. It's just like brah, 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 brah. My toilet deserves a Purple Heart. Number 38, Mount Sody. I'm not a citrus drinker, but I'd still take Mountain Dew over Dr. Pepper, although I'd vastly prefer a Barq's root beer. Barq's. It's got bite. It's good since 1898. Did I say that one already? Does that mean I get paid double now? Seriously, I await your email. Number 37, Inch Wrap. I like wraps. Whether it's chicken or M&M, wraps are usually filled with a lot of good stuff, even if they don't age well. Number 36, Noodler. Ramen and noodles are the sodium saviors of every person below the poverty line, but they're good for everyone. I always keep about 10 packages of beef top ramen on hand just in case someone freezes my bank account. Number 35, enchilada. Meat and cheese in a tortilla. Why does that sound familiar? Kidding aside, I've never had an enchilada before, but this Bugsnax makes it look legitimately appetizing. Number 34, matzo supreme. This thing says it has over 1,000,000 calories, so I don't know how you fed it to PRONTO without him exploding like a pop-tick. Look, everyone likes pizza, so I know this would be high on people's lists, but pizza should be thick and moist, and this is dry and thin. This looks like the type of pizza they serve by the slice at a place that doesn't specialize in pizza, and when you order it, you get to watch them stick it in the microwave in front of your face while you realize you just paid cash for leftovers. Plus, it has all sorts of toppings on it, but sane people know that pepperoni is the only good topping that exists, and pepperoni pizzas are heaven sent. Number 33, Wafstackarek. This specifically looks like Eggos, and there was a period in my life where I'd toast 4 of these every afternoon for my breakfast, but the sausage legs are not doing it for me. I don't like link sausage. Patty sausage? Sure. Link sausage? Only Zelda wants that. Number 32, Frieder. Regular French fries are killer depending on the place you go. McDonald's, incredible. Wendy's, quite good. Anywhere else, you're gambling. If I imagine that Frieder is made of McDonald's fries, he's earning his top 33 placement easy, although he's still brought down by the fact that it's a spider. Ew. Everything from here on out is in solidly good tasting territory to the point where I would actively seek out and catch and eat those Bugsnax myself. Number 31, Eggler. It's an egg, what do you want from me? Blend 6 of these in a glass and drink it for protein like Sylvester Stallone. I've actually done that before and I didn't mind it. I like my eggs over easy. Put some salt and pepper on them, don't break the yolk until it's on your plate, then let it ooze out onto it and mop it up with pieces of what's left. Yummy. Number 30, green crapple. Green apples are good. I prefer red, but like a horny old man in a nursing home, I wouldn't mind tasting a Granny Smith. Number 29, Rainbow Sweetie Fly. Now this is the best Sweetie Fly. Rainbow lollipops are so good they could cure leukemia. Unfortunately, we couldn't find one for my daughter in time. Number 28, Banopper. Bananas are one of the most independently solid fruit. You can just peel a banana and eat it, and you don't even need to fling your shit at anyone. Number 27, Bopsicle. Ever had a popsicle? Well, this is a Bopsicle. Number 26, Big Bopsicle. And this is a Big Bopsicle. Number 25, Flapjackarach. Pancakes and bacon beats waffles and sausage every time. I want to eat this thing right now. Number 24, Kwookie. I mean, that's an Oreo, and Oreos are the bomb, and the only problem with Oreos are the lack of filling, unless you get double stuffed Oreos, and this Kwookie is basically a double stuffed Oreo with sextuple stuffed legs, so gimme. Number 23, Cinnasnail. Cinnamon rolls are my favorite method of contracting diabetes. I'm a bit put off by the snail aspect because I don't want to think of icing as snail ooze, but I'm sure after I gagged a few times I could get over it. Number 22, Charmallow. If you've never roasted a marshmallow, you've probably never been molested at camp, and that's a real shame because roasted marshmallows are worth it. It's even got graham crackers for wings. Sure, it kind of looks like a lit cigarette, but who hasn't swallowed one of those? Number 21, Chippy. Chocolate chip cookie with chocolate chip legs. It's a no-brainer. If I had kids, I'd keep a jar of these on a high counter just to taunt them. Number 20, Bambino. There is some discussion surrounding whether this is a pizza roll or a Hot Pocket, but I'm going pizza roll because I'm a wishful thinker. Plus it shows up with the Matzo Supreme, and that's a pizza too. As a pizza roll, I'm gonna need about 30 of them so I can eat them all and then regret the last 6. Number 19, baby cake legs and daddy cake legs. Cake is a mixed bag. It's hard to know what kind this is. It's definitely mostly white, but the brown in the middle doesn't quite look like chocolate, so it might actually be compressed cat shit. If it was a pure white cake with its pure white frosting, it would probably be in the top 5, but the unknown factor is too strong. Number 17, Weenie Worm. I like hot dogs when they don't have ectoplasmic lettuce on them. I could just slingshot some ketchup on this and call it a 15,000 calorie day. I'm trying to get hella fat for no reason. Number 16, Scoopy. Neapolitan ice cream is tremendous. The tripling of vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry creates a harmonious medley of flavors that complement each other like a rainbow of resplendent joy. But get that waffle cone out of here. Ice cream is meant to be scooped from a frozen plastic container for 1 or 2 glorious desserts until you forget about it for 3 months and throw it out when it gets frostbitten. Number 15, Meaty Snack Pod. I'm a big fan of beef jerky. It's dry, grimy, and it snaps your teeth clean in half with every bite, and yet it's still addictively delicious and my favorite thing to ruin my dinner with. Number 14, Sherbet. Sherbet is something I haven't eaten in probably 12 years, but what I remember of it makes my mouth water and crave more frozen fruity flavor in my gullet. Number 13, Crapple. I can't even tell you how delectable this thing looks. Apple slices have a shelf life of about 10 seconds after you cut them, but that time frame houses a fantastic juicy situation, and this crapple is looking fresh. Number 12, Praying Picantis. I might not be a huge Mexican guy, but even I know a great value meal when I see one. This thing is a nacho, 2 tacos, a taquito, and an enchilada all rolled into one devastating package for your bowels. I don't know where I'd even start. Probably the head, so I can quickly pretend this thing wasn't alive 5 seconds ago. Number 11, Bunger. I'm like Mia Fey when it comes to burgers. I love them. Get me a patty, 2 buns, and some ketchup in the middle, and I'll be one happy spirit medium. I'll have to ditch these onion ring legs, but the burger itself is more than enough. This thing makes me want McDonald's ASAP. Number 10, Sody D. I can't tell if this is orange soda or Sunny D. The D makes me think Sunny D, but I didn't know that came in a can, but Sunny D is one of the greatest drinks in existence, right behind Barq's Root Beer, which has 160 calories per shiny silver can and 44 grams of sugar for that sweet carbonated taste. It's artificially flavored and it will burn the back of your throat so good, just don't burp with your mouth closed or your nose will fall off. Number 9, Ribblepeed. What's better than ribs? Tell me. Sex? Not likely. A really good book? Don't make me chuckle to myself as I turn the page. Pork ribs are one of mankind's greatest inventions, or did the pigs invent that by existing already? Well, we were the first to barbecue them. Number 8, Sandipede and Sub-Sandipede. Deli sandwiches should not be overlooked. I go to the grocery store, pull them out of the refrigerated shelf, take them home and eat them cold. It's so satisfying. With the right size, you can sustain yourself for 2 meals for like $5. It's a great value proposition. Number 6, Mega Maki and Mini Maki. This raw-flying roller coaster is packed full of goodies. People think anime is why weebs exist? Nah, it's sushi. It's the tightly packed rice surrounding the raw seafood bits, topped with fish skin and dipped in soy sauce that would make a man renounce his home country and ask his body pillow to marry him. Number 4, Chili Nilly. A fluttering ice cream sandwich, simply majestic. There's nothing more to say about it. Number 3, Snackery. I know there's some of you out there that are like, yeah, meat and ice cream, whatever, but where's the bug snack that can get me drunk? Snackery might be for you, sir. Now, the problem with daiquiris, even though I enjoy them, is that it takes about 10 tons of liquid to feel anything, so I hope you're ready to toss about 8 of these back and develop a beer belly before you're even half done. Still though, no Bugsnax entree experience is complete without the option to get sloppy as all hell. Number 2, Barbecue Bunger. Who needs one of those admittedly still tasty fast food hamburgers when you can barbecue a hamburger and just explode in your pants? Seriously, if you are going to bite into a barbecued hamburger, bring a diaper, and I mean for the front. Number 1, Scoopy Banoopy. You guys, it's a Neapolitan banana split. I want this after my barbecue bunger. Any night on this earth where both these things have been eaten is a night you can peacefully die in your sleep with no regrets. I've been talking about nothing but incredible food for like 10 minutes now. I am frothing at the mouth. Let's wrap up this video before I set the world record for fastest death by starvation. That's gonna do it for this ranking. I hope you enjoyed it because it took forever to make. Like, share, and subscribe and whatnot. Consider becoming a channel member to support me financially by clicking the big blue join button on my channel page, and I'll see you guys next time.